Welcome to Who's Laughing Now, brought to you exclusively by Hoosier TV.
Hoosier TV proudly supports the USO of Indiana with this Who's Laughing Now presentation. The following presentation was recorded in front of a live audience in the Pershing Theater inside the Indiana War Memorial, downtown Indianapolis, Indiana.
All right, we're going to keep the show rolling. This next comedian has been on Bob and Tom, A&E. He travels all over the world doing comedy on cruise ships and corporate events. Please make welcome from Louisville, Kentucky, my new friend, Mr. Mark Klein.
Thank you all very much for being with me tonight. My name is Mark Klein. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. And when I travel out of state, people ask me, Mark, what is Kentucky all about? Here's what we make at Kentucky. We make bourbon, we make baseball bats, we make cigarettes, we make fried chicken. Our state motto is, if it kills you, we make it. I'm 57 years old. I'm supposed to be 58. I was held back a year. And so I'll know who's here. If you're 50 or older, clap for me now. 50 and older, clap for me now, please. Good. If you are under 50, clap now, please. Under 50. You will be known hereafter as the enemy. I'm a middle-aged man in a youth-obsessed society. I find no shame in that. I have the classic signs of male middle age. I have gray hair. I have the classic paranoia of male middle age. Am I still physically attractive to women? Thank you for that response. That's good to know. Well, you're going to get old one day, boys and girls. You're going to get old and you're going to die. And that's if everything goes well. You will learn to manage change, and you discover that if it's alive, it experiences change. Definition of life, it is experiencing change. Some will amaze you, some will amuse you, some will appall you. Get the laughter and joy where you can. Things are going to change. The kind of car you drive. When I was 25 years old, young and single, I was driving a yellow 1974 Fiat Spider Sport convertible. This car got 18 miles a gallon, broke down every 12 feet, and I didn't care because women loved that car. I'm a middle-aged man from Louisville, Kentucky. Here's what I drive now, a 1999 pearl white four-door Lincoln Town Car Cartier. The oldest, fartiest fart car in the world. It's the official car of the state of Florida. It's a Lincoln Town Car. It's a sensory deprivation chamber. All that's missing are the coffin handles. My wife goes, I wouldn't be caught dead in that old man's car. I told the salesman, I'll take it. And as you manage change in your life, you find a role model, and I have one, my life's hero, my father, 88 years old. One of the real pleasures of being a part of USO Indiana, performing in the fabulous War Memorial. My father is a World War II veteran. He fought in Tinian, Guam, and Saipan, South Pacific Theater of the Second World War. They teach you in school, they teach your children and grandchildren this, that World War II ended in 1945 on the deck of the USS Missouri, a battleship in Tokyo Bay where the Imperial Japanese government of Emperor Hirohito surrendered to American generals MacArthur and Wainwright. That's not exactly true. World War II ended in 1996 when my father bought a Toyota. He taught me a lesson in forgiveness and grace with that action. Everything I know in life worth knowing, my father taught me. Twirl that around in your head. Everything I know in life worth knowing, my father taught me. He said, son, you live in the miracle of a free society. You're going to have some bad habits. It's part of being free. Don't have them all at one time. Now, he's right about that. When I was young and foolish and drinking a lot, I had a real good time. I went flat broke, and I still had a pretty good time. You don't ever want to be drunk and broke. Drunk and broke is real bad. I was so drunk I broke one night, I took a drink out of a beer bottle, had a cigarette butt floating in it. Yep, and I did it for the nicotine. So here's a list of my bad habits, pretty short list at that. I'm a middle-aged man from Louisville, Kentucky. I go to Churchill Downs racetrack every chance I get. I love horse racing. That's my passion in life. I drink bourbon whiskey 2 a day, only 2 every day. I'm a beef eater. I love a good steak. I don't apologize to anybody for that. Steak eaters, let me hear from you. Steak eaters, clap for me, please. Good. Vegetarians, you know, please. They don't have the strength to lift their hands. God bless them. And here is the point, my dear. We live together in the miracle of a free society. I'll eat what I wish. I expect you to as well. I don't need to hear from those who know better for me how to live my life than I know how to live that life for myself. I had somebody tell me one time, Mark, you should not eat red meat. Beef will give you a heart attack. My dear friends, coronary disease is virtually unknown among cattle, and they are made of beef. Everything I know in life worth knowing, my father taught me. He said, son, you're going to make decisions. You make choices living in a free society. Good ones, bad ones. That's all part of the deal. That is all part of the deal. And people, you're free to dream in America. There's no place else in the world. But remember this, if you are free to dream, you are free to have nightmares. People who are truly free, they're free to do things that are bad for them as well as good. Things like smoking and drinking and gambling and driving SUVs and wearing fur coats and choosing the light bulb you want for your home. Choices made by free people, defended by people served by the USO. You make choices in life. Options, choices on how you live. Snack food, nothing kill you faster. My favorite snack food, the Little Debbie pecan brownie, 3 inches long, 1.5 inches wide. That'll slam your heart shut in a minute and a half. Pound them down till your eyes pop out. Everything I know in life worth knowing, my father taught me. He said, son, you're going to meet your match one day. Everybody does. Somebody who puts you in your place. Not in a bad way. Someone who shows you who you are and where you are. My father met his match 3 years ago in a Denny's restaurant in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's true. I had Dad on the road with me. We're doing a show at Fort Bragg in Fayetteville. And, we're doing a show out there. Had a great time. We go to breakfast after the show. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. My dad asked me, this Denny's restaurant. Waitress brings Dad some coffee. Tell you something about my father. My father in his 80s will flirt with any woman in the world. He doesn't care what you look like, where you're from, how old. He loves them all. The waitress brings her coffee. She goes, sir, how do you like your coffee? My dad thought he'd be cute. He said, I like my coffee like I like my women. She said, I'm sorry, sir, we don't serve 75-year-old coffee. My father is my hero in life for a lot of reasons. I'll tell you one more. He nursed my mother through a cancer illness for many years when she finally passed away. I said, Pop, what do you want to do? You've been taking care of Mom for so long. He said, son, I want to travel. I want to see the country, and now I can. I'd like to travel a little bit. He sees Biloxi, Mississippi on my comedy calendar. Now, my father met the USO during World War II for the first time in his life in Biloxi, Mississippi. Okay? He said, I hadn't been there in 50 years. I want to go back and see that town. I said, Pop, you come with me. 14-hour drive, Louisville, Kentucky, Biloxi, Mississippi. 2 shows that night at Casino Magic. Put on, they're sponsored by a beer distributorship, sent over the beer-bearing barmaids to promote the show. And during my comedy show, my father is flirting with the beer-bearing barmaids. And I did 2 shows, and I got kind of tired. I said, Pop, we had a couple shows, long drives, go get some sleep. He got 2 barmaids. They're not going anywhere. He said, son, you're still young, man. Go play some blackjack for an hour. I said, okay, Pop, come back an hour later. He got 4 barmaids there, 4 of them, and they're rubbing his old bald head, and they got a beer in his hand and a beach towel around his neck, and he looked like the Sultan of Bahrain. I mean, you can't get him out of there with dynamite. But I was tired, and I had a long drive. I said, Pop, let's go get some sleep. He looks like he got 4 girls, not going anywhere. He said, son, Mississippi's on Central Time. Kentucky's on Eastern Time. It's still a whole hour earlier what you think it is. I said, okay, Papa, come back an hour later. He got 8 of them, 8 beer-bearing barmaids next to my dad, and I'd had enough. And I said, Pop, come on, you know what time it is? He said, son, yes, I do. It is 1944. You can get out of here now. Thank you to my dad, and thank you all to you all. My name's Mark Klein. You've been a joy to entertain. Thanks for being with me. Good night.
Thanks for watching Who's Laughing Now, brought to you exclusively by Hoosier TV.
Humana's diverse lines of business positions us to serve many types of consumers, including seniors, military members, and self-employed individuals. Find out how Humana's associates and corporate leaders are dedicated to delivering new innovations to better serve our customers. Daddy Reel Entertainment is a unique full-service entertainment, media, music, and production company located in Indianapolis, Indiana. Marky's Rental and Staging, a veteran-owned business, creates defining experiences by providing creative solutions for corporate theater, live entertainment management, and audiovisual presentation support. Join us next time and be part of the live TV audience on October 18th at the Paramount Theater in Anderson, Indiana. To get tickets, go to www.andersonparamount.org.